Welcome to the Dirt Life Show with your host, George Hamill.
Episode 147 of the Dirt Life Show. Thank you guys very much for joining us tonight. Really appreciate everybody hanging out on this special Thursday night show. We have a really cool show for you guys tonight. We have straight from Australia. Well, I can almost call you guys locals now here in the United States. Dexter Warren and his father Rob. Dexter, what's up, dude? How are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing awesome, man. Doing really good. So you guys have been in the United States from Australia for a long time, huh?
Yeah, 2 years.
2 years? Does it feel like it just flew by, or does it feel like you guys are just getting started?
It feels like it's gone by real fast.
Do you like living in the United States?
Yeah.
How about you, Rob? What's the vibe for you in the United States?
Look, the racing scene is absolutely awesome here in America, so it's going to be hard to go home, but we have to pull the pin, go back and regroup. And
Well, you guys have a lot of lofty goals as far as I'm concerned. So you guys came over to the United States because you wanted to do a little bit more off-road racing. You said that your son Dexter had been doing go-kart racing and stuff like that, and then he wanted to elevate his driving skills and start doing off-road stuff, which is really cool to me. And the scene in Australia is little to none.
yes, so when we came over, there was no youth off-road racing. In the last 12 months, there's been some, teenager, sort of 13, 14-year-olds being able to get into it, but nothing from the age of 6 up. So it's been tough, but we had, we came over here to get that experience.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that a little bit more tonight. We're going to talk about some stuff that Dexter has planned. Rob's going to help him out. But yeah, so I'm Georgie Hamill. This is the Dirt Life Show. We're at IMG Motorsports. And man, thank you to James and everybody for letting us use the shop to have the show. We have the special show tonight on a Thursday because Dexter has to go all the way back to Australia. Man, you even started sending all your trophies back there already.
Yeah. Getting ready to go back.
Are you excited to go back though, too?
Yeah, I'm excited, but I also want to stay.
You're on the fence. You want to go either way?
Yeah.
Well, it'll be all right, though, because once you get back to Australia, you can start accomplishing some of the goals that you have over there, too.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. All right, so thank you guys again very much for watching. You can always check us out on Facebook and YouTube, usually on Monday nights at 5 o'clock. Get interactive with us. Share the show so we can help Dexter and so he can have way more followers on his Instagram. There's always a little airplane on the bottom right of the live Instagram feed. You can share the show on Facebook, on YouTube. And if you can't watch it live, we totally understand, but you guys can check it out on audio networks as well. You can hit it up on iTunes, Spotify, all the audio networks. So hit it up, and you guys have been doing a great job with it, so really appreciate it. Thank you guys all for tuning in and coming on the show and watching it. Please keep sharing it. Let's see here. The show has a bunch of cool sponsors. You can see them in the background here. KMC Wheels, thank you guys, Ryan Edwards, for hooking us up with that deal. That was really cool of you, man. The Maxxis Tire guys, man, they're going to have some really cool plans for us in the Dirt Life Show in 2023. Motul, if you need to change your oil, get ready to go to the dunes, use some Motul products. You can pick that stuff up. They have side-by-side oil change kits at evolutionpowersports.com. So thank you to the Evo guys, too, for doing all that, setting it all up. The JL Audio guys, man, you need any audio products, get the JL Audio. Guys over at Shock Therapy, you can use the discount code DIRTLIFE, save on any of their hard parts, their steering racks, BSD kits, limit straps, all that good stuff. Zollinger Racing Products, thank you to them as well. Vision Canopies and Cryo Heat. So some of the subjects that I wanted to talk to you guys about today are really close to your guys' hearts, both of you guys. Rob, a lot of the stuff that you've been doing lately is because of the family, right? You had the opportunity to bring Dexter over here and start racing, and racing off-road specifically. And that's meaningful, right? Because you guys get to spend so much time together. You get to work together. You get to achieve goals together. It's really fantastic that you're doing that.
Yeah, it's also been pretty tough too. Like, we've been living in a trailer for 20 months, so we've been under each other's skins and noses and all those bad things. But in the meantime, we've become closer as a family, and the amount of laughs and enjoyment that we've had, experiences, travel, has been awesome.
Yeah, so like, and those memories, like, because I had them as well with my family when we were growing up and doing dirt bike racing and things like that. they're irreplaceable. Like, you learn so much from those things, right? Like, even if you are at each other's throat or whatever, you know, Dexter gets mad at Dad or vice versa, whatever it is, you still learn a lot about the humans that are around you, right? And it teaches you how to deal with other people. So adversely, on the track, he can use those same types of situations to control his emotions.
Yes, true.
And so those types of things are really valuable, and I see so much benefit in the stuff that you guys are doing, not just from getting better at racing standpoint, but a life standpoint.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool, man. And you got to be pretty stoked, Dexter, because not a lot of kids get that opportunity, man.
Yeah, I am.
What's been your favorite part about living over here?
Probably the traveling and the racing.
Yeah? What about the food?
The food's it's sort of like the same. It's just you guys like have different words for stuff. Like fries here, back home we would call them chips.
Yeah, just like they do in England, right? Yeah. That's funny. Are you going to say French fries when you get back home?
Probably.
Mess up. Your friends are going to be like, "What are you talking about, dude?"
Yeah.
That's cool that you have the opportunity to like experience those things too at such a young age. So, if I didn't mention it before or the audio wasn't working before, Dexter is 10 years old, and man, he's been winning races in the United States already, as well as supporting other youth racers with his business. And your business is what?
We do custom race gear, helmet bags for like the race gear, boots, gloves, drink bottles.
All kinds of cool stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the best part about it is that you help others as well. I know that you said that, or your dad had told me, I think, was that if a youth driver or another driver is in need and you have something laying around, you'll let them borrow it, or you'll help them with a driving suit or whatever it is.
Yeah.
What area did they race? Shannon Phillips wants to know. I think you guys have been all over the country racing, right?
we've been like 23 out of how many states there are here. So.
Yeah, you know, there's 48 states in the continental United States, and then there's one that's Alaska, and then down in Hawaii, which is in the ocean. So, man, 23 already?
Yeah.
In 2 years?
Mhm.
Holy cow, dude, that's wild.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Did you count them and look at all of them or check them off on a map? Like, how did you know?
Well, when we travel, half of them, like, we remember because there's big, like, landmarks on some of them. So we remember the landmarks and we remember the states we've been to there.
I think what you should do is when you're on your way home on your plane flight, maybe you have to see if your dad could go buy you a little map of the United States and then just put a red X on the states that you've already gone, man. That would be pretty cool to have that hang in your room and show all your friends.
Yeah.
Man,
So much
23 states. So you know that most people in the United States haven't even left the state that they were born in? And look at you. You're already traveling to a different country. You already went to 23 of the states in the United States.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Did you have a favorite one? Well, let's tell Shannon what your favorite state was.
My favorite state was Oklahoma, and in Oklahoma is also my favorite racetrack, Mid-America Outdoors.
You're right on, man. We're going to actually be able to talk with one of the guys from Mid-America Outdoors today, Matt Edmondson. He's the guy that's on the mic that's hyping you guys all up, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He sounds like he's a super cool dude and he's one of your friends.
Yeah, really cool dude.
So who else are we going to talk with tonight? We got two other guys. One has the name Battle Axe in the middle.
Oh yeah, Dustin Jones.
And then one guy, he also has long hair as well, and he drives a Can-Am. It's yellow and black, and his last name rhymes with
Cody Mill.
Yeah, there you go. So we're going to talk with those guys too. So it'll be cool to talk with them. So Shannon Phillips at 23. Wow, that's a pretty impressive young man. Yeah, totally. That Miss Pam Hall, you know who she is, right? She says, from Mid-America. So see, you got a bunch of people that you've already made impressions with.
Yeah.
I would like to think that your impressions that you make when the first impressions is because you have such beautiful hair.
Yeah.
If you guys can't see Dexter's hair, maybe turn to the side a little bit so that everybody can see your luscious locks, dude. Those things are pretty good, and you just got a haircut too, didn't you?
Yeah. Like 2 days ago.
So anybody that's watching on Instagram or wherever, and even if you're listening to it on iTunes, please go visit some of our social media posts and check it out because he's got some sweet hair, man. And then a couple of other things that I want to talk about today was the next generation of racers and industry leaders. The reason that I say both of those things is because Dexter obviously wants to start helping other people with race suits and his business and helping others. But I don't know if I mentioned this already to everybody that's watching or was on the audio was bad, but you want to also start helping youth racers and you want to start building a foundation for people to race in Australia.
Yeah, we're aiming to try and go home and start a off-road racing in Australia for kids like me.
So that's a pretty ambitious thing to look for, man, but I like the lofty goals that you have, especially being 10 years old, man. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So what's the plan? Do you guys have like an execution strategy, or are you guys you're working together with your dad on it?
Probably working together, and yeah.
How does the family dynamic work then, Rob? Is it Dexter comes up with all these brilliant ideas and then you say, well, if you cut your hair, I'll help you?
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Yeah, we sit down.
Put the mic a little closer.
We sit down every now and then and nut out a plan on what we want as a family.
Mm-hmm.
Dexter's got some goals. His brothers and sisters have some goals, and yeah, we just try and fit them all in, I suppose, and see what we can do for each kid. And
yeah, it's not like you're busy or anything. Like, yeah, it's like, what the heck, man? You got all these things happening. Oh, and so I was going to ask that question actually. So, how many brothers and sisters do you have, Dexter?
I've got one brother and one sister. So my sister's name is Kira Warren, and then my brother's name is Cody Warren.
Are they older or younger than you?
My brother's older than me by 4 years, and my sister's younger than me by 2.
All right. So, who's the fastest in a foot race?
Probably my brother.
Is he wicked fast?
Just a little bit faster than me.
Oh, so you can give him some competition, huh?
Yeah. Okay.
Is that how it works? What about your sister? Is she pretty fast too?
Yeah, she's pretty fast, but
What kind of stuff does she like doing?
she likes to sing and dance mostly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She a good singer?
Yeah, she is.
Because you and I were talking before the show that your favorite music is country music. What's her favorite music?
I think her favorite music would be like
oh,
pop. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you guys don't necessarily agree on the music, but you agree that she's going to have a really good voice and could be a professional singer when she grows up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And so it sounds like you guys all... What's your brother like doing for fun? Or what are some of his hobbies?
He plays soccer, and that's mainly it.
You guys don't call it football in Australia?
No.
The proper name is the United States calls it soccer. So that's cool. You guys all have different things that you guys like doing, but it sounds like, Dad, that they all support each other.
yeah, they look after each other pretty well.
Yeah, it's...
Last night we were at Kira's school play. She's at that's the reason they're not here tonight is she's in the school play again tonight over back in Arizona.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so that's actually a good question. So Dexter, where have you guys been staying since you're in the United States?
We've been staying near Phoenix in Arizona, down in a little town, Cave Creek.
The Cave Creek's pretty nice, man. I was just there like, was it a week and a half ago? I like it out in Arizona. You want to know a fun fact?
Yeah.
I'm from Arizona.
You are?
Yeah, that's where I was born, man.
What town?
I was born in a town called Tucson, and I lived in Vail.
Oh.
The town that I grew up in was called Vail, and it didn't even have paved roads, man. It was all dirt. So when I grew up, it took almost 4 hours to ride our bicycles to school. That's how much dirt we had. But you know what's cool about it?
What?
We could build any jump that we wanted.
Yeah.
Do you guys have that same kind of thing in Australia, where you can go out and build bicycle tracks?
Where we live, yeah, there's a bit of dirt by our house, and yeah.
Do you guys like doing that kind of stuff?
Yeah, me and my brother mess around on our bikes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like what kind of stuff?
We tried
Like big jumps and...
Yeah. We tried doing drifts. We tried climbing up like a foot big brick. Yeah. We've done some real weird stuff.
I'd like to see some of that stuff. It sounds like you guys get crazy.
Yeah.
So your brother likes do any of them like the off-road stuff too? Your sister and your brother?
My brother wants to try and get into it. Yeah. And my sister.
Well, and he's already what you said 4 years old, so he's 14. So that means that he could race an RS1.
Yeah, he could race an RS1.
Dude, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
That would be neat to have him race in the same division as you when you get older too, right?
Yeah.
Who do you think would win?
Me.
Oh, look at the confidence right here. I love it, dude. Give me 5. So, how did you get into off-road racing? Was it something that Dad liked as well?
So, when I was young, I raced dirt carts, and the competition was real bad. Like it was slow, and I ended up driving just like this with one hand on the wheel around the track. So my dad looked into different kinds of racing, and we ended up here.
Oh, right on, man. Well, I mean, it sounds pretty cool that you guys are out there and like giving it your all, right? Like that's one of the things that I think is so cool about what you guys have done, and it goes back to what I talked about, Rob, about the things that you learn, right? So he's been here for 2 years. That means he's been racing since at least 8. When did it actually like start up for him?
Yeah, we really hit full time last year. Before that, like he said, with the go-karts, we'd been to America twice.
Oh, so that means you guys were kind of sporadically doing it?
Yeah, we came over just on his 7th birthday. We attempted the 2019 GTV Worlds at Lochner. He crashed like 50 metres from the start line.
Oh, bummer, dude. You just got too excited or what?
Well, on the start, I was young, so 2 cars just went into me, and then I just got taken out.
And that's how it goes?
Yeah.
So what did you do? Did you break your car, or did you get back in the race?
I think I broke my car. I think I broke my car.
It was too long ago, man. It was 3 years ago. You already forgot because you've done so many races, right? That was a fun fact that I wanted to hear more about. Your dad told me before. So how many races have you done since you've been in the United States the last 2 years?
I think I've attended 126.
126 starts, yeah.
Wow, 126 starts. You know that there's only 52 weeks in a year, and you've been here for 2 years. That means that there's 104 weekends that you could have raced. And you did 120 what?
6.
That means you raced more than twice a weekend.
Yeah.
In some weekends.
So yeah, a lot of races like gas.
Yeah,
double.
Could you imagine like anybody else dude, that's like racing every single weekend plus sometimes 2 weekends or twice in 1 weekend.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Do you ever get tired of it?
No, because I like racing.
Yeah. What about Dad? Does he ever get tired of wrenching, you think?
Got tired of driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a lot of traveling, right? So that's actually a good question. So should we ask your dad how many miles he's logged on his truck since he's been here?
He's probably done about 150,000.
Very close.
150,000 miles in 2 years.
Yeah.
Good God, Dad. Praise the Lord for you having the support of being able to drive the races that much.
I think last year we were going to Oklahoma and Texas once a month. 2 separate trips.
Yeah, from Phoenix.
From Phoenix,
yeah. That's insane, man. I can only imagine the amount of gas and the amount of hotel rooms that you guys, or camper times that you guys have slept in there. Shannon Phillips also said, I wish I could pit that many races per year. Dude, it would be insane, right? Could you imagine doing that many races in a year? But going back to what we were talking about in learning and building and the whole human aspect of the way that it is, the way that racing and what it teaches you. There's a lot of value in what you're doing with Dexter, Rob, because there's so much discipline that he's learning. There's so many skills that he's learning. There's so much athletic prowess that he's learning. His visuals are increasing. Like all of these crazy things, it must be really cool and fulfilling for you to be able to see that. I don't know if you can even think about like the last 2 years when he got here compared to how he is now.
Yeah, when we got here last year, like the difference between kart racing that we came to what we do now is so far between. It's not funny. Like,
right.
his longest race in Australia was probably 3 minutes, and we do 35, 40-minute races here. So
Yep.
he had to learn endurance. Obviously look after himself as best he can, hydrate, all those sorts of things. Not only that, the kids, so the attention span is short.
Yep.
You throw in 110-degree heat.
Yeah, sometimes in Arizona, in the car, it's probably 140 sometimes.
Yeah. I think our hottest race last year was Lachlan. It was a 40-minute race and it was 119.
That's insane. So in the car, it's got to be 20 degrees hotter at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the helmet, driver suit, all that.
Hey, so let's do a shameless plug real quick. Let's see what you do for hydration, because I think you have it right there to over your left shoulder.
Yeah.
So when you're out there on the track and you have to stop in the pits, you have a secret.
Yeah, I pull out this, open my visor just a little bit, and then I can stick this in and drink.
That's pretty cool, man. So is that a product that you came up with?
Yeah. I made the design, and then my dad actually brought it to the business people who make stuff, and then
To the guys that produce it, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that's pretty cool. So how did you come up with the idea? Did we just sit in bed one night going, man, it's going to be hot tomorrow, I'm going to be thirsty?
I actually, thinking about it, I actually don't know how I came up with the idea.
It's just one of those genius moves that you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. It looks pretty cool, though. You know, we were actually talking about it. There's a company that I'm really fond of. It's called Fluid Logic. I don't know if you guys have heard of that, but it's basically what it is you know that button that you press on your steering wheel or wherever you have it in your car to talk with your dad on the radio?
Yeah.
Well, it's similar to that, but it's a different button. And it goes through your helmet, and every time you want to drink, you just press the button and it squirts water inside your mouth.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, but with youth racing, since now everybody's got 100 grand 170s, you're gonna have to be pretty lightweight, and then having water, like a big water tank in your thing, will slow it down. So,
Dude, I like the way you're thinking already. So the Fluid Logic system is usually not used in short course stuff, so it's usually in big desert race trucks, so the weight doesn't matter as much, but the way that you're thinking is perfect, because that means that you're thinking about every little detail on the track so that you can have a competitive advantage.
yeah.
Man, that is so cool. And so how much weight do you think that you would save if you didn't have a water bottle in there?
Probably about 10 pounds, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of weight, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it would be 10 pounds, but it would still be a lot of weight that you would save, right?
I don't even know the weight, what's how heavy.
But I like that you have an idea of what it actually does to a car.
Yeah.
Because it's rare that people think that. And Dad, I think that that's one of the things that I'm talking about is he's learned all these things. So he must just blow your mind all the time with some of the stuff that he said, or being such a sponge, right?
Yes. It also helps that we also live at a race shop, so.
So give us a little bit of a backstory on that.
When we looked at getting into off-road, we reached out to Jimmy Owens at Extreme Machine and Fabrication.
Yep, fantastic family. Jimmy and Jen and Jess.
Jesse and all that, yeah. We came over and, man, they were awesome. The first year we came over, just everything, we had no idea what we're getting into.
Yeah.
And they just sat back and helped us out. We then came back for the mid 400, and then now we're here. We've been here 2 years. We've been living in their backyard, working at their shop every day. We go out for dinner.
That's so cool.
Yeah, they are the coolest people.
It's really cool, and that's what we always talk about on the show is the off-road family and the camaraderie and stuff, right? It's just like you have known them your whole life almost.
Yeah, they're like family now, yeah.
Yeah, it's really neat to have that opportunity. And then on the, I don't know what you want to call it, on the human instinct side of it, Dexter, do you think when you get home, the first couple nights that you're sleeping in your own bed in Australia, you're going to get up and turn the wrong way to go to the bathroom because you're so used to being out here in Arizona or in New York City?
Normally I would go down some stairs, and it's the complete opposite way where I would have to go in my bed in Australia.
Yep, so it's going to be confusing when you get back, right?
Yeah, especially when it's dark in the middle of the night.
I can't wait to see that, man. Because I get confused sometimes, and I sleep in a lot of different beds because I have to travel so much. Like, it's not going to be as confusing as what you're going to deal with, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, what about the rest of the family? Are they enjoying being in the United States?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you think your brother and sister are going to feel weird when they go back?
Yeah, probably because we're like going from this little camp, this fifth wheeler, which is pretty small, living in 2 years, and then going into this actual house.
Yeah, that's probably going to be nice though, right?
Yeah.
And are you going to be in the same house that you were in before you came over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, go back home.
Yeah, so it'll be cool to see, man. Are you excited?
Yeah. I'm excited to see my house again. See all my toys that have been packed up in the shed for so long while we've been here. Yeah.
But
you would have had to run your bike, everything. So
Yeah.
yeah, that is kind of crazy, right? What do you miss the most about being in Australia?
Probably some of my friends and like my house and stuff like that.
It'll be cool to see your friends, right? Do you still get to talk to them? Like maybe you can talk to them on the phone or an email or anything like that?
Yeah, I talked to them. I've talked to one while we've been here. One of my best friends who's been back there, and yeah.
So you can keep in contact with him. He's probably going to be cool, like super happy to see you.
Yeah.
You get back, he's going to be like, cool, you're finally home.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be
Probably
neat.
will be.
What are you guys going to do first? You guys going to go ride bicycles?
Well, for the first week, we're probably going to be in quarantine. So
You still have to do that?
yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
I think maybe we'll have to.
I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want to
definitely.
either.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like the first couple of days, we're gonna have to be like unpacking.
yeah, and getting ready. And then you're going to want to go see your friends, I'm sure. So pretty soon, I think we're going to be able to get Cody Miller on here. I think he's going to join us. But it's, like, as far as the things that you've done here in the United States, what has been one of your most favorite moments, or like one of the things that really stands out that maybe like when you do go back and see your best buddy in Australia, what are you going to tell him?
We're probably gonna say. Well, the first thing I'm gonna say is, "Hey, how you been? How are you doing?" And then I'm probably gonna sit down on the couch for like 3 hours talking to him about all the things I've done.
Right on. What about, are you going to ask him questions and listen to all the things he's done too?
Yeah.
That'll be cool to catch up, huh?
Yeah. It will be.
What do you think he's been doing?
Probably staying in his house a lot because the rules back there. Probably going to school. Probably just.
Yeah, what are the rules back there? They can't have any fun or what? Good thing you came over to the United States, man.
Yeah.
You get to come over here and learn all these cool things and have a whole bunch of fun.
Yeah.
And eat Subway all the time. Do you like In-N-Out Burger?
No, not really.
What? Oh no, what's your favorite hamburger?
Probably a cheeseburger.
No, like from what place?
McDonald's.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I can't be friends with you anymore, man. What the heck? I heard a funny story though too. We should talk to Dustin Battleaxe Jones or Matt Edmondson about it. You guys have a thing that we don't like really that much here in the United States. What's it called?
Vegemite.
Oof, I heard it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
You like it?
No. I don't like it. A lot of Australians do though.
Yeah,
It's just not your cup of tea.
No.
Does Dad like it?
a little bit.
How's that work? A little bit. You'll only eat it if you're starving?
The Vegemite's one of those things that you put on toast, and it's a tiny, just a real thin layer. It's
You can barely have any?
Yeah, it's very overpowering. And he stitched Dustin up really well on it.
Yeah, I put like a big blob like that big, put it straight in his mouth.
What happened?
He started going.
Oh man, that's hilarious, dude.
Yeah, it was.
That's good though, because that means that you always have that video that you could show him and be like, "Yep, you can't trick me, man. I got you." Yeah, and so a couple of things that we were going to talk about, like I mentioned, was the families in racing. So, since you guys have been here, Rob, what has been some of the stuff that you've noticed most about the off-road racing culture? Because I know that we always talk about on the show the camaraderie, people always willing to do, to help out, to do things for other people, and sometimes it even, works the other way where you have to go help them too.
Yeah. I'm originally from a football background. So in motor racing, what I tend to see is, you're out there chasing the win no matter what. But you turn around and see someone in need or someone broken down, the friendship and camaraderie and just the love of motorsport is so overpowering that you'll help anybody on the track.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. I totally agree with that because it really is like it's just something that you want to do. You want to help everybody cross the finish line, right?
Yeah. You see a kid. You see a kid crash, even an adult crash or something like that. You instantly just drop everything, go over, help them out. Get them back on the wheels, make sure they're all working, and get them back on the track no matter which way you can. So, and it's the same. You break a transmission with 170, you break a transmission.
That one gear in the 170s, dude. It's always that one gear.
And how many we're going through this year? It's crazy. But
well, you've done 100 and something races, so good God, I can only imagine.
A couple hundred gears, yeah. But you see someone blow a transmission or something, you've got that part, you're over there, you're helping them.
Yep.
Sometimes there's a lot of families that are also getting into the sport. They've got no idea what they're doing as well. So
yeah.
Next thing you know, you're under a 170, you change out someone else's transmission for them, try to get them back on track.
And I remember when I first started side-by-side racing, I had all that same type of help too. People were like, well, if you're new to the scene, we can help you, we can show you how to do things. And it really helped me because like young Dexter, I was a sponge too. And so what you see probably, you've learned a lot, I'm sure, Dexter.
Yeah, I've learned.
What's some of the coolest stuff that you've learned about working on a razor?
Probably just working on it.
Just working on everything?
Yeah.
So what's the normal day in the life of Dexter when you get to the races? Like you unload, like what kind of stuff do you guys do?
Well, first we'll probably unload, and then I would probably sit in the car, truck, whatever we have that weekend, and just wait, probably eat some snacks, eat some lunch, and then just before my race, I would obviously put my suit on and stuff like that. I would take probably a bunch of drink. I would have probably a Gatorade or a body armor, and then I would hop in my car and go to the race.
Yeah, because you got a lot of stuff to do though, right? Like
Yeah.
do you check the air in your tires? Like what other stuff do you do?
Well, my dad checks the air in my tires while I'm getting ready. He looks at the car, makes sure the revs are good, stuff like that.
Yeah, because you guys have to do all that stuff in the 170s, right?
Yeah.
There's actually a lot that goes on.
Yeah.
They're a complicated little car.
Yeah, they really are. So what's the favorite thing that you like about driving a 170? Because they're pretty fast, aren't they?
Yeah, about 40 mile an hour.
The average.
Average, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I like doing the jumps most.
That's your favorite part?
Yeah.
What about I think I already asked you this at the Best in the Desert race, what your favorite part was, jumps, corners, or high speed, huh?
I did, jumps.
Yeah, big jump guy.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool though, man. Like jumping has always been one of my favorite things too, especially on dirt bikes. Have you ever ridden a dirt bike?
I've ridden one. I'm not that good.
No? You just you like steering wheel and foot pedals?
Yeah, I like steering wheel, foot pedals instead. I just want to jump.
How much have you seen your driving skills improve since you've been racing so much? I mean, basically every weekend, dude.
Yeah, it's gone. I'm so much of a better driver now than I was.
Do you have any details or any specifics that you can maybe share with some adults or some of the kids that are going to be watching or listening to the show later that you've learned?
I don't really know.
Like maybe look further ahead than what you were known, or like be more easy on the steering wheel?
Yeah, be more smooth on the steering wheel instead of doing this. Just be a little bit more smooth.
Almost like you're in slow motion, huh?
Yeah.
And then what, did you know that if you look further ahead off in the distance, like further up, that you can actually steer, like it makes your whole steering and everything go smoother?
Yeah.
All you have to do is just tilt your eyes up a little bit.
Yeah, I normally look what's dead ahead. I don't veer off to the side normally.
Yep.
Even if there's a car next to me, I don't veer off to the side.
Yeah, always focus forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's good, man. And then, like, if for whatever reason you have to, do you have a rear view mirror or anything, or no?
Sometimes 170s do, but in mine I don't.
You just like looking forward, right?
Yeah.
I like that, man. That's good. Always moving forward. I think that's a good way a good lesson that your dad is teaching you there, especially for life, is you're always looking forward.
Yeah.
So some of the things that I was going to ask what you're looking forward to, you're going to go back to Australia. You have your suit business that you're helping people get custom-made suits, which I would like to see some of them in a little bit, but you also want to start helping youth racers. What's like the plan? Like, do you have some milestones that you want to meet or some goals that you want to start working on right away?
Yeah, I want to try and get some more sponsors to try and help me with getting the track and getting cars and materials to make the cars actually race cars and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, so you're going to actually have cars that people can drive.
Yeah.
Wow, that'll be pretty cool. So maybe give us a little bit of a rundown of what your idea is or what your plan is to try to execute down in Australia.
So we want to buy like a big block of land and have like a short, basically like a mid-America type place, a whole big facility, a lot of stuff to do, plus racing, like have pit bike trucks, RC cars, the actual racing and stuff, and yeah, a lot of stuff like that.
It would be pretty cool, man. Do you have like, have you written some of this stuff down and you and your dad have talked about it?
We haven't written it down, I don't think, but we've talked about it a lot.
Yeah, so keep talking about it for sure. But one thing that I always tell everybody that's younger or anybody in general, actually, is that that writing stuff down. I forgot what the percentage is, but just take it for what it is. If you write your idea down, you write it with pencil and paper or pen and paper, it's 98% more likely to succeed than if you just think about it or write it in your phone.
Yeah.
So if you want to have some of these things succeed, maybe just get a little notepad or ask your dad to give you a paper and pencil, and then you can start writing it down on the airplane ride home. And then when you get home, put it up in your room, and every day that you get something done, you just cross it off.
Yeah.
I think that would be pretty cool, man, because then after a couple years, after you've achieved this big goal of yours and have all these racers racing out there, you can take a picture of that piece of paper and post it and be like, I executed all this and got it all done. And you can show all your sponsors, and they're going to be really proud of you.
Yeah.
Would be pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it would be pretty cool.
So, Dad, is that kind of the execution status that you think he would get along well with?
Yeah, Dexter's, he's come up with an idea. We've actually got a full business plan and everything already executed.
Oh, okay, cool. So he just doesn't.
He's the ideas kid.
Yeah.
I try and push everything else.
You know what else is really good though? Executing on those ideas is the best thing. But if you didn't have the idea, you would never execute. So you got to give yourself a lot of credit for getting those ideas going, man.
Yeah.
So how many ideas do you have a day?
Probably one. One a day, and
Dad's probably thinking more like you have probably 100 of them.
Yeah.
I have a lot of ideas. It's just the main ideas is probably one main idea per day.
Yeah, that's cool though that you have so many good ideas. That stuff actually goes a long way in your life. So the more creative you are, the more of an open thinker you are. It means the more you'll excel in your whole life because you'll be open to talking with people and you're a good listener.
Yeah.
So when people talk to you and you listen, when you are listening, do you like hear them? Like, let's just say an example would be you're out on track, and is your dad your spotter?
Yeah, my dad's my.
And he says, you got a guy coming up on you. He's catching you on this one inside line. Do you listen and then you take that inside line, or do you talk it over with him and say, all right, I'm going to go on the outside line because I think it'd be more momentum, or how does it work?
Well, some kids don't do this, but I just don't talk on the radio. Whatever my dad does, I try and do it straight away. Or maybe if it's like going into a corner and he says inside, I'll go to the inside. Like I normally do what he says because he's the spotter. He can see more of the track than I can
Yeah.
in my car. So I normally listen to him.
So I like that a lot, and that means that you are a good listener, just like I said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a lot to learn, man, and that's a lot to take into your brain when you're out there racing.
Yeah, it is. It is a lot.
A lot to process, right?
Yeah, in such a little amount of time.
Has it been easier for you to process, like after you start getting used to it?
Yeah.
Like if you get in the car tomorrow, it's way easier than it was 2 years ago, huh?
Mhm.
That's super cool, man. And then, so what do you usually do if you're in a really, really heated battle?
Normally I'll just wait till they make a mistake, or if they go outside, I'll go on the inside, try and like beat them into a corner and get out of there faster.
Have you had any close calls?
Yeah, I've had a lot of real close calls.
What's one of them that comes to mind?
Probably one time where I went into this corner and my tire was about to touch this other guy's tire, and normally if you do that in 170, it will probably flip you or roll you.
Yeah, because when rubber meets rubber, it gets traction.
Yeah, it just goes and locks up.
Yep.
And, yeah, that was one of my favorite things.
That's something you don't want to do very often, is it?
No.
How was that from the spotter stand, Dad?
Yeah. The first couple of times you're thinking, oh, what have we got ourselves into? But I've seen him upside down, end frame, flying through the sky sideways, all sorts of weird stuff. So.
Yeah, so that is kind of cool. That well, not cool, but it's different when you experience those things, right? Because you learn a lot from them. So maybe take us through like what your dad is talking about. So you have crashed a few times.
Yeah, I have crashed. When some of my first crashes is probably when you crash like the first, second, third. Some of the first ones, it's probably the most scariest because you don't know like it's what your brain is going through is you're rolling over and you think you're gonna die, but you're actually not. You're strapped into the safe car and you're not gonna die. But that's what your brain goes through the thought.
It's pretty dramatic, like you just explained, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think you're mostly safe though in a 170 with the roll cage.
You're pretty safe.
Especially if you got Jimmy building you a car, then we know you're safe.
Yeah, you know you're safe when Jimmy gives you a car. And if you do that, anyone, for a tip, just hold onto the steering. Don't let your arms go loose because sometimes if you let your arm out, your arm can actually get chopped off by rolling and stuff like that.
You don't want to scare anybody, but your arm could sustain
Yeah.
some pretty good damage if it does fly out, right?
Yeah.
But in race cars, you do have window nets. So
Yeah.
all the parents that maybe are thinking about letting their kids race, they're pretty safe. Like you're controlled.
They're safe, strong cars. And they're pretty good for the little kids to be knocked around.
Yeah, exactly. And the speeds are relative to the cars are overbuilt for the speeds. But the cool part about it is that you're learning all this stuff. Maybe do you have any other tips that you could maybe tell me or tell any of the other people that are listening? Because that was a pretty good tip that you want to keep your hands on the steering wheel.
One tip that I normally do is just keep going fast. Keep going fast so you can win.
What are the basic keys to that? Is it push harder on the gas pedal? Is it drive smoother? Is it like...
It's drive smoother, probably push your car to the limits. Trust your car while you're doing it though, because just putting trust in your car is real good.
Okay, well I love that you're so motivated and so anxious to get out there and go fast, but what I heard was thinking from your dad's side of things was pushing the car to the limit. How many gears am I going to break this weekend? Pushing your car to the limit. How close is he going to get to the edge driving so fast? And then pushing your car to the limit. Is he going to be able to win with that pace?
Yeah.
What I've liked over the last 2 years is the competition's got strong here in America too. Like, it's a battle.
Yeah, it is. It's a huge battle.
And we've had some great battles with a lot of good friends. And end of the day, the kids jump out, they all smile, they all have a laugh. Doesn't matter if they come first, second, 10th, they don't care. They've just had fun. And it's a tough competition over here. It's really tough.
It really is, but it's getting tougher because it's a lot of the kids are joining and really actually excelling and doing well.
Yeah, and there's only so much you can do to a 170. Like,
They're pretty built up these days.
Yeah, they are pretty good. Yeah, they go. I think Laughlin Desert. What was it? The latest Laughlin race.
Yeah, Laughlin Desert Classic.
Desert Classic.
Mm-hmm.
They were hitting.
The one where I saw you.
Yeah.
He hit 49.9 mile an hour down the straight there into that main jump.
That's wild, and especially like thinking about 50 miles an hour with being 10 years old.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Did
you ever
sending them off a 20-foot jump as well? So.
Yeah, did you like that?
Yeah.
That was probably fun. It's kind of crazy for me to think about it too. Like I said, I grew up in a town where there was just dirt roads. So when I started driving, I was 10 years old, like in a Toyota truck, right? But it's crazy to think like that Dexter is going to be so proficient at driving. By the time he gets his license, he's going to be better than most people who've been driving for 10 years.
Yeah, it's like that. I mean, I grew up in a country town too.
Yeah.
So you learn to drive tractors, cars, buggies, all sorts of stuff at a really young age. And so, back home, most country kids are more proficient drivers than anyone else out there because they've got a lot of access to wheel time.
Yeah, exactly.
And seat time isn't the same as in racing. Seat time's important. When we first got here 2 years ago, I think we came in off a 16-hour flight to LA. We drove for 7 hours across to Jimmy's, and then as soon as we landed, we're at the Phoenix go-kart track doing laps.
Really?
There was no sleep. We're at the laps. We're straight into laps.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So was that fun for you?
Yeah.
That seems like it would be pretty awesome.
Yeah. Going around and stuff it's fun.
Did you guys go to the K1 Speed place?
Yeah, we've been there. Yep.
Yeah, that one's pretty fun too, right? Because those cars are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
We had one in Carlsbad down here, and Travis Pastrana used to go there, and like we would try to beat all his times and stuff. It was pretty fun. He's pretty fast though.
Yeah, so like I was saying, seat time is important.
Yeah.
And especially if you're going to dedicate a time period like we have, 2 years to racing. When we first came in, Dexter's experience in an off-road car was pretty minimal. So we just knuckled in, and we're at the go-kart track twice a week. We're racing every weekend, and over a period of probably the first 3 months, his driving had just escalated to the point where we could start chasing championships and wins, and then we've just continued with the seat time. Seat time's important. They can only develop as a kid if they're the steering wheel in front of them.
Yeah, and we just keep going. Like I totally understand what you're saying because, I mean, like you said, the seat time is the best time, right? Like it just keeps growing and growing and growing. Do you ever think that there's too much though? Because like you guys have been on the road and doing so many freaking races.
Yeah, there gets a time where you have to take a couple of weeks off. We've as a family, we've gone up to Yellowstone National Park. We've travelled a fair bit as well. So to get away from a car and clear the heads' minds.
Exactly.
Then you can sit down and talk about at that stage what they're doing wrong,
right,
and what they're doing right as well.
Reflection is just as good of a part of that learning curve.
Yeah, then you can come back and then start, putting into practice what we've had a chat about away from the car.
Yeah, exactly. I do think it's cool that you've been able to do all that stuff, Dexter, because like I said, most people don't get the opportunity to do that. All right, so I'm going to ask you a question, and then I'm going to let Matt Edmondson on here. When you go out on the track, what are the things that you do first? Like before you actually take off? Like, do you check your helmet? Do you check the steering? What are give me the 5 things that you do when you're sitting in the car?
Well, when I'm sitting in the car before you start, I just sit there, think about what I'm gonna do during the race, how it's gonna be competition-wise. I normally grab the steering, and then just before I'm about to go, or maybe just like 20 seconds before I close my visor, and then hit the brakes and just about to go, then I go.
Check the steering.
Yeah, you check your steering wheel and stuff as well?
I pull it, yeah.
All right, so we had a couple audio issues and stuff, but I think Matt Edmondson is on. What's up, dude? How are you?
What's up, guys? How are y'all?
Oh, crap, we can't hear. Can you take off? Say that again, Matt?
What's up, guys? How are y'all?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't hear very good. Can you? Yeah, we can't hear you very good, dude. We've been having a couple issues with the audio system and stuff. Let me see if we can bring this a little closer. See if we can hear you.
Can you hear me better now?
Can you hear him now, Dex? I could hear you a little bit. There you go.
Yeah, listen.
All right, Matt.
Yeah,
we can hear you
scoot
a little
in,
bit better
Dexter.
now.
Scoot
So,
in.
yeah, it's a little hard to hear. How did you meet Dexter?
So one of my first races as the announcer at Mid America, Dexter, came down, sat with me. We did a really cool interview, and one of the first things that stood out to me was Dexter had the raddest hair and the coolest vibe walking up down to do his interview. So pretty much became one of my favorite dudes at the track. Him and his family. I mean, they're awesome. It's super cool to see him every round and how stoked he is to be there and racing and doing what he does. So it's kind of been an honor for me to get to know him and watch him come over here and do what he's done in the States.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? And that's what I've been talking about, Dexter. You heard him, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's cool to see that, man, because everybody is really getting in. I talked to a couple other people too,
Yeah.
just checking in on you, doing a little bit of background search on you, and they all said the same thing. First, they said you have awesome hair, and then second, they said that most of the stuff that you've been doing is cool because you're out there winning races, but you're also giving back to the off-road community, and everybody really likes that.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that you should pride yourself on, man, because being unselfish like that and giving back to other racers is really important.
Yeah, it is important, and especially for other racers to do it to me as well. Like when we first got here, the amount of people who helped us, as well as we helping them.
Yeah, it's cool because it's like a handshake, right?
Yeah.
Ben Fournier said, he said, "What's up, Dexter?" You know who he is, right? He's the one that helps the Miller brothers.
Yeah.
He's a really fast driver too.
Yeah, he is.
Hey, Matt, so have you ever talked with Dexter about who he aspires to be when he grows up? Because I already have a little bit of understanding because he's got the same haircut as Dustin Battle Axe Jones. Maybe he wants to be a fast guy like that.
Bro, you need to set your goals way higher. I'm just gonna tell you, gotta go way higher. You saw how I reacted to the Vegemite, man. You saw. Nah, honestly, like, do what?
He says he's going for a trophy truck.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't doubt that one bit. I've been watching the show before this, and you were talking about, the future of our sport and this next generation. And, like, Dexter is the definition of that, man. Like, without cool kids like Dexter doing what he does, man, I'm not going to have anybody to talk about on a microphone. So, I root for these kids. I root for Dexter. And, man, I absolutely – who knows where Dexter can go, man? At 10 years old, like you were talking about, look at what he's done so far. And, I mean, he still has so much ahead of him. I just hope that one day, Dexter, I hope you hear this. When you make it, you have to remember me. Like, I just want to get to come, like, hang out next to you while you're signing autographs.
Yeah, I will. I will.
We got the volume actually turned up now, so we're good. But yeah,
Nice.
like that's what I was thinking too. I was like, all right, so he's already got a cool haircut. If in 10 years he's going to be 20 years old, his hair is going to be that much better. He's not going to have any idea who Matt and George were. So he's just going to be driving this trophy truck at 20 years old, being this super cool kid. So you got to say what's up to us if you still see us old crippled guys walking around, man.
Yeah, I will.
So how did you end up meeting Matt? Were you at the races?
Yeah, we were at, I think, Mid-America. We were at Mid-America, and did I win?
He doesn't even know if he won, Matt. He's won so many races.
I can understand this problem.
You don't even know how many. Actually, that's a good question. Do you know how many races you've won since you've been in the United States?
No.
Yeah, I'm curious that.
Maybe like 70.
So what was the fun fact that you told me, Rob, that you were sending back trophies back to home in Australia, and how much did all the trophies weigh?
120 pounds.
120 pounds of trophies he just boxed up and sent back to Australia.
Yeah.
So a lot of
Dude,
Dude, look at the smile on Dexter's face. Yes, dude, that's
Dexter,
so
I'm 40. I don't think I got that many trophies, dude.
Oh, that's going to be cool, though. So he said a little bit earlier, I don't know if you were watching, Matt, but he said a little bit earlier, when he gets back to Australia, he's going to sit down on the couch and he's going to like have a debrief with one of his best buddies, and they're going to both talk about what they have done over the last couple of years. I wonder if they're going to have a show and tell. He's going to be like, yeah, this trophy is when I met Matt. This trophy is when I was at, like at Texplex or wherever you guys were at. And then like, I went over here, this part of the country, and I raced.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
that's
think
going
it'll
to be
be
so
pretty
cool.
amazing. Like, I mean, as a kid, I mean, we've all traveled, we've all done our thing. You know, like how cool is it when you get to go back and sit back and tell these stories, you know, to your homies at home, and dude, it's just going to be unreal. I mean, this has probably been the most unreal experience for you. To be honest, sitting right here listening to you in the 2 years that I've known you, man, like just how far you've come as far as these interviews and how well spoken you are, and you know that you can always kind of tell when you meet someone and they have that driving ability or that racing ability or whatever, but you have that other piece too. And I think that's what's going to take you a long ways, because you're a complete package, my dude.
That's a really cool. That's a good compliment, right?
Thank you.
Did you aspire to do that? Like, is that something that you thought about and like will actually work towards?
Yeah, I will.
No, is that something that you have done in the past couple of years? Like, you say, oh, you know what? When I get on the podium, I'm going to do a better speech this time. I'm going to do a better speech next time. I'm going to do a better speech next time.
Yeah, I sort of say the like same things every speech. So now I'm just working on my fluency of saying them. 'Cause sometimes I stumble a little bit.
I think you're doing a great job. I mean, even the questions that you've gotten asked tonight, you're doing an awesome job, man. So, and you keep it natural too, which I love.
Yeah.
So, and have you done stuff with your dad, like talking back and forth or like figuring things out together?
Sometimes, yeah.
Does that help you?
Yeah, a little.
See, there you go, Matt. So, word to the wise: if you're a little kid, maybe just practice with mom and dad.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
So, when you see Dexter out there on the track, obviously you've seen him race before. What kind of stuff stands out?
The absolute lack of lift on the skinny pedal. I mean, he's on the gas
He's got
the
a
whole
really
time.
strong right foot here.
Yeah, he's on the gas the whole time. I mean, he's smart with his lines. You know, he's a great sportsman. You know, he talked about it just a second ago earlier about rubber to rubber. You know, when you watch Dexter drive, he's listening to his dad. He, like you said earlier, he's been a sponge, man, and it shows on the track. But one thing that stood out to me is you can always count on Dexter to be literally wide open around the whole entire track at Mid-America.
Is that the move, man?
Yeah. Just don't lift. Unless you've got air lift so you don't breathe.
All right, so what's the difference then if you're going to explain to Matt, since he knows Mid-America really well, and I met you at Laughlin, what was it, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, what's the biggest difference between a place like Mid-America and a desert track like Laughlin?
Probably in Mid-America, there's in short course, like tracks like Mid-America, there's probably jumps more than Laughlin has, because Laughlin's more straightaway, and that's all like it is, just straight in the desert.
Laughlin also has ruts. Does Mid-America have ruts too?
No, not really.
So my assumption is that Mid-America is a lot more tight battling, like what Matt was saying.
Yeah,
like you got to really watch out for the cars and stuff. And then the other driving skills that you're learning, like in a desert race like Laughlin, is you're learning how to pace yourself and outdrive yourself.
Yeah.
So it's
How do you drive a corner in short course compared to desert?
yeah, that's a good question.
In short course, you just go flat into it and then sort of drift it sort of.
But that's your style.
Look, he makes it. Matt, did you hear what he's saying? He's making it sound so easy. He's like, in short course, you just drift it a little bit. Like it's no big deal, right?
Throw it in the corner, you know, just full send it.
Yeah. And then with desert, back off a little bit more. Don't really get sideways because normally in desert it's more sand, so you're gonna do that, and then sometimes you run where the big cars have run, so there's ruts, and then you'll just tip.
Yeah, totally. What's your favorite part about doing the stuff like when Matt is calling the races at Mid America? Is it the jump still?
Yeah, it jumps.
How much air can you get out there?
Like from like the actual ground, like down here to like here.
Oh, like maybe 3 or 4 feet, 5 feet? Dang, that's pretty good in the 170, dude. You guys are sending it.
Yeah.
Mid America has an awesome tabletop and down the back section. So.
Really? Can you clear it?
No,
not on a 170, but the 1000s can.
Do you just still hit it full wood?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he definitely raked in some frequent flyer miles this year up there.
That's pretty cool, man. And then so what about off the track though? Because honestly, Matt, when I was like talking to Dexter and I was talking to Rob, one of the things that interests me the most is always the backstory, right? Like I'm a big story guy. And when I hear that he's doing stuff to help support other kids, to support families, and obviously the family atmosphere, they're helping other kids race. And he wants to go home and he wants to actually build a facility in Australia so that they can have a place to race in Australia. I mean, those ambitions are going to be very, very tough to meet. But the fact that he's actually trying to do it and starting to execute on it is insanely cool.
Yeah, I mean, ever since I've known Dexter, and Rob, Dexter will show up at, these events and come up and say, hey, we want to donate, X amount of product for these classes, and we want to do all these things. I think it's super cool and it shows how much of a great sportsman Dexter is, that he is out there at the track and he's not just showing up to the track to go and, win a race and take home a trophy and go back to school on Monday and say, look what I did. But he's soaking it in, and he's figuring out that, he can definitely start some business ventures and make a living doing this stuff in the racing, if not in racing itself, through some of the stuff he's doing with his fire suits and, his custom stuff, the bottles. Like he's full of ideas, and it's kind of cool because every time you see him at the track, it's always something new. He's always working on something. He's always got a plan for when he's there, to do something rad, to support the scene. And that's super cool that he's got that mindset at 10.
It really is, man. Do you like where did the ideas come from? And like I said before, like writing them down, but like you get to the track and you're like, all right, today we're going to do this. We're going to go out there and we're going to try to win the race. And I'm also going to talk to this guy and see if he wants a driving suit, or like, how does it work?
Well, normally you don't know when you first get there. You don't know what's going to happen. Sometimes they change their tracks there in America, so you don't really know what's going to happen. And
well, they got to throw you for a loop so you don't know everything that's going on, right?
yeah. Most of the time there's different activities there. So yeah, it's pretty fun.
Dude, I still haven't got to be able to go there yet. I want to get there one of these days. I want to hit the Lazy River. That's why I'm a big Lazy River guy.
That's my spot right there. I've been petitioning for 2 years to get an announcer's booth at the pool. I can just literally look over the valley, watch all the racing, sit in the pool.
Yeah, that'd be so epic if you could do that. Just have a little monitor right in front of you, call the race, just like sitting on the tube right in the Lazy River.
Yeah.
Dexter, think about how cool those interviews would be. Like if we were just sitting in our floats in the Lazy River after a race.
Yeah, that would be sick.
You'd have to have 3 or 4 outfits though, because if you just come straight off in your driving suit and just get in the Lazy River in your driving suit, man.
The water's gonna turn brown. It's gonna be so good.
So I heard as well that you actually did a shoey.
Yeah, I did.
Can you tell our audience what a shoey is?
So a shoey is where you pour water or whatever substance into your race food.
Yeah, sometimes if it's an adult drink, it's for an adult.
Yeah. And you pour it into your shoe and you drink it. And that's basically all.
Yeah, and when he says pour it into your shoe, it's not like a brand new shoe. It's a shoe that you just took off your foot after a long race.
Yeah.
You did that?
Yeah, I did.
Where did you do it at?
I've done it at a lot of places.
Yeah.
Sweet, man. What was it like drinking out of your shoe? Nasty?
To be honest, it doesn't taste that bad.
All right, Matt, I don't know about you, but I'm going to pass on that. I'll let Dexter be the king of doing shoeies.
All you, buddy. You keep tearing that up.
What's your favorite drink? You just drink water out of your shoe?
Yeah, mostly just water.
I feel like Sprite might not be too bad.
No, I don't think it will be that bad.
That means that you got to put your foot back in a Sprite shoe afterwards, though.
Yeah. Normally after I do it, I don't actually take the time doing it up. I just put the foot in and walk to where my camp is at. But
You have a squishy foot?
yeah, it goes.
Oh, man, that's hilarious. Have you seen Dexter doing some pretty serious battling out there at MAO?
Yeah, I mean, not. Rob said it best. The competition's gotten a lot tougher, in the last year or so, and Dexter's had some battles on his hands. I mean, he's had some adversity he's dealt with, and it's cool to, that's the other side of, this and being a complete racer is being able to deal with that adversity, get your car fixed, battle with drivers on the track, different things like that. But, I mean, the results are the results. I mean, you see it. Dexter's winning stuff all over the country. When he was at Mid-America, it was really no difference. He did have some really, really solid battles. But I don't think I ever called a race that Dexter wasn't on the podium. So he's a pretty consistent contender for sure.
That's actually a good point to bring up about consistency.
Yeah. Last year, Dexter won the Mid-America Championship. We didn't actually win a round at Mid-America. We came second every round. We win the heat race because Mid-America has it's a moto style, so you do a heat and then a main.
Yep.
Dexter would win the heat and then come second in the main. So we never actually won a round, but we won the championship by 30 points, which was a full round.
That's consistency, man.
So what I talk about Dexter is, there's a goal. What do you want to achieve? Do you want to just chase a trophy, or do you want to chase a bigger trophy at the end of the year? Because a championship for us, and going back to Australia, is more important than just another win trophy.
Yeah, they talk about it a lot in motocross too. It's, you want to win a battle or do you want to win the war? And I don't know if you know who he is. His name is Ryan Dungey. He was always out there to win the war, and he did a really good job of being consistent because he was always consistently on the podium like that. So I think that's pretty cool that you're actually learning that stuff. Is that something that you think about, or do you just go out there and try to win every single race?
That's definitely stuff that I think about. Yeah.
Like, what if the guy's on the track and he's like in first place and he's like pretty close to you, but he's pulling away a little bit? Do you say, you know what, this is a race that I'm going to settle for second because I can do the championship? Or do you just say, I'm going to keep going for it? Because that's tough.
Because sometimes I just try and get the first place, but sometimes once I'm up to him and there's only like a lap left, I might try and make the move, but if I can't, I'll just settle just behind it.
That's a pretty mature outlook on racing for a 10-year-old, Matt.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, it's got to be hard, right? Like, what kid doesn't want to go wide open at everything they do, and so to be able to, recognize those situations and back it down a little bit, or just be content with where he is on the track. I mean, won him a championship, but I was going to say, I don't think that in any of those times he never lets off. He's always trying to get to the front. He wants to be the best.
I kind of was getting that vibe too when he was saying it. He's like, yeah, I think about the championship, but I'm like seeing his right foot not lifting at all.
Yeah. Pushing a hole in the floor, trying to go faster.
I do think about it. It's just in the moment, I'm just in the car and I just want to go fast while I'm in the car. I want to get that first, but I also want the championship. So I just stay on the ground.
So one of the things that we talked about before was, what is your favorite? Was it jumping, high speed, or corners? You obviously said it was jumping, and you like jumping at Mid-America. But I also know at Mid-America that they have some pretty crazy corners. And you, in a 170, have to keep a lot of momentum. So what's the move? Like, you outside, inside? Like, how are you keeping the car going so fast?
Well, just be smooth. That's one of the main things. Just to be smooth in the corners. Don't like. And if there's a rut, don't try not to lose much speed trying to avoid it. But if it's a big rut, obviously try and avoid it. But don't jerk it one way.
Yeah, And because the big
Vader,
the big cars really mess up the track for you little guys, right?
yeah, they put big ruts in because they've got bigger tires, more aggressive tires, and yeah.
Yes, you have to take all that into consideration when you're out there and Matt's like calling the races and stuff. Do you think like, all right, I'm gonna go send it as hard as I can. Hopefully they see me on the camera.
Yeah.
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 And then you come off and you talk to Matt on the podium or wherever you're at, and he's like, "Yeah, you sent it big time." You're like, "Yep, I know."
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you ever get to see him like when he's cruising through some of those corners? Can you see in the cab where you just see those golden locks coming right out of his helmet?
Man, we always look for that. Him and Carson Vales, another kid that races up there with us, and they both have these like locks of love. They need a Pantene Pro V sponsorship for sure.
There you go.
But yeah, it's he's got his style, man. He's got his swagger, and it's a combination of the hair mixed with the fact that, I mean, as an American, anytime some Aussie dude comes over, the chicks are automatically going for the Aussie dude.
Oh
right?
yeah,
The
always.
accent, right?
Yep.
And then you throw that hair on it, and I'm just like, dude, I can't hang out with this kid anymore. Like my game's
Is it
gone.
hard for you to fend off all the girls?
Well, yeah, it was at the stop. Like,
I'm gonna let you take it for a sec, Matt. I'm gonna invite Dustin Battle Axe Jones in as well.
like
All right, cool.
I went to school, and I didn't want to be in all that, so I just sort of evaded off with my friends. So I didn't really, yeah.
So hey, Dexter, I have a question for you. I saw you got a haircut the other day.
Yeah,
What
I did.
did they actually cut? Like, I know it looks a little shorter around the front. Oh, Lord. We're in trouble now. Oh, he's at Hibachi. Are they making you a volcano?
Oh, no, he did the choo-choo train, dog. Oh, volcano? Volcano, that's old school move, dog.
So Dustin Battle Axe Jones, what's up, man? How are you?
Freaking awesome, dude. How are y'all?
We're doing good. Unfortunately, all of us here, except for you and Dexter, we're a little bit jealous because you guys have just got amazing hair and we don't.
Bro, listen.
Oh, right off the gate.
Shots fired already. Listen, it's only long enough when you can put it in your mouth and suck on it for a little while.
Let's see how long.
Oh, bro, I think he's there.
Oh, look at that. He got it.
Let me
just got real.
Put mine away for now. Let me just put mine away for now.
And also, we were talking about who was the fastest in his family. He said his brother's a little faster because he's a little bit older, but he said he can almost keep up with him in a running foot race. I know that you battle a lot of kids in running foot races, Dustin, so we're going to have to see how it goes next time you guys are together.
Oh, Matt's been with me, dude. We will drag some little kids in a foot race. We have no mercy on children ever.
You think you could waste Dustin and Matt, or no?
Yeah,
Not a chance.
No. Matt's going to be calling the race. He's the best announcer in the world right now. Matt's going to be calling the race, and I'm just going to be dragging Dexter all over the place.
Oh, them is fighting words. You think you could beat Dustin, Dexter?
I probably could, yeah.
Oh!
Dexter, do not. I will get juiced up on Vegemite, dog, and I will run circles around you.
Ooh,
Right.
he said 2 scoops.
Did you hear that?
What?
He said 2 scoops. You take 2. You can put your head.
Yeah, the second scoop. The second scoop.
I would take 3.
Oh!
Hey, this is one that I'm for sure good with calling all the action.
Yeah,
I'm not getting in.
That's definitely.
Honestly, I think I might just bow out of that whole thing and just let you guys have fun with
To you. Happy birthday.
So it sounds like Dustin is going to have some pretty good dinner. Are you jealous?
Oh, no. No, we're having a pretty good dinner right now.
Yeah, check it out.
Is that Alexander?
Just a whole S3 crew, dog, and you're just chopsticking it up.
Nice. Well, thanks for joining us, the whole S3 crew. Did you hear that question, though? Did you hear that, Dustin? They said it's not an alligator.
I just had a question for Dexter real quick before we get into that. Is being that y'all are from Australia and that's real close to China, do you know how to use chopsticks, or what's the deal on that?
Just normal forks.
Oh,
What was his response? Does he know how to use chopsticks?
Dustin's from Louisiana.
yeah.
They're not chopsticks, they're just sticks.
Yes. All right, so you got me twice, Dustin. I don't know if you can hear him. Can you hear what he was saying?
No, I didn't hear.
He said first of all, he said, we just use normal forks. And then
Okay.
second, he said, Dustin's from Louisiana. Those are not chopsticks. Those are just sticks.
Yeah, we picked them up in the parking lot, in the bushes right outside.
Oh, man. You guys are going to, he's going to probably want to fight you next time he sees you. And you know he has a pretty good fighting friend, too, that teaches him how to fight.
Matt, his name's Matt. His name's Matt.
You're going to have to watch out, man.
Fighting friend is Matt.
Are you scared?
No.
Oh, he's not scared at all.
Dude.
Oh, man. I like his confidence. Matt, how do you compete with that confidence, dog? Dexter just putting it out.
Hey, when he comes back to Mid-America, he's going to get smoked in a foot race, and it's going to be like a bad midget wrestling episode.
I think it's bad for little people wrestling, Matt.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Little people, sorry.
Yeah, little people. You against the big guys.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds like he's got confidence for days, boys. Dustin, we can let you go if you got to eat with all the boys and stuff. Really appreciate you calling in. Do you know the next time that you'll see Dexter? I hope that it's down in Australia when he puts together this whole track and everything for all his homies down there.
Well, I'm getting a custom fire suit made by Mr. Dexter pretty soon, so I'm going to need to come down to Australia. Is Australia down or over or up, or where is Australia? Down.
It's that way.
Down under. It's definitely down.
It's
Down under.
down.
I just got confirmation from Dustin Henderson. Where is down under? 100%
Down under.
down. So I'm going to need to come there to pick up my custom fire suit, okay?
Yep.
Dang,
Hey,
that's cool, man.
Dustin wants to meet all the nicest Sheilas in Australia when he gets there.
Oh, yeah, so there is a motive. There is a motive. So all of a sudden, he wins the Best of the Desert Championship, and then he gets a driving suit from you, and he gets to go meet all the good-looking girls down in Australia. There's no better way to do it, man.
Let's just close the year out with a bang. Me, Matt, and you down under with Sheila's. Close
Let's
it out
go,
with a
man.
bang.
You got a place where we can hang out? Can we crash on your couch, Dexter?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. We got a place to stay, Dustin. We're good to go. All right. We'll let you guys enjoy your dinner. And, Matt, thank you very much for calling in as well. Say hi to all the S3 boys. We'll see you guys later.
See you, boys.
Later, boys.
Later. Pretty cool that you have so many good friends, Dexter.
Yeah.
You meet a lot of cool people in 2 years, dude. 2 years is a small amount of time, and it sounds like you've really made an impact on this racing world.
Yeah, I have.
So what has been some of the, I don't know what you want to say, some of the things that are on the top of your list that you want to do the next time you come back to the United States?
Well, I wanna defend my world title. It's one of the things I want to do.
The UTV World Championship?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And
I would like to see you do that as well.
yeah, I probably will defend it. I'll probably win again.
Right on.
Yeah.
I like the confidence, man. What class are you going to race next time when you come to the UTV Worlds, though?
Probably still a 170. Maybe if it's next
Actually,
year.
that's a good question. Is like where do you go from here? Like how many more years are you in the 170 or 250, and then when do you graduate to a 570, or you're just going to go straight to RS1? Like what's the?
Well, for the last 2 races, I've raced a 570 and my 170. So yeah, I'm already starting to go into the 570s. But again, I'm only 10, so you can race a 170 till you're like 12 or 13. So I've still got 2 or 3 years to race a 170.
That's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
And then so what's the next move then? You get into a 570 or do you go RS1 or what?
I think I might want to go to 570, just give a little jump and then another little jump to the 1000.
Yeah, it seems like it'd be a pretty cool way to go, right?
Yeah.
All right. Do you? It's Cody Miller just texted me and said that he didn't get the invite or whatever on Instagram. We got to kind of wind down the show right now though because we're getting a little too long. Do you want me to talk with him, or do you want to wind it down right now? It's up to you, bud.
My dad can answer this.
That's all good. Whatever you want to do.
Okay, well, why don't we do this? Why don't we just tell Cody thank you very much for texting? What do you have to say to Cody? Do you have to say, like, having fun like what you did with Dustin Battle Axe Jones and Matt Edmondson? Like, Cody, next time we're coming for you, I'm going to kick your ass?
Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead, you can tell him.
Cody, next time I'm coming for you, I'm going to kick your ass so hard it'll be red for 2 years.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Those are some fighting words, man. So I'm gonna have to take that. Look, what time is it right now? It's six something. I'm gonna have to take that 6:25. I'm gonna take that as the clip of the century. So that we're gonna put that on Instagram so that Cody can just be like, "Oh, Dexter's coming for me." But that is cool. Like, I really think that a good way to look at how the next time you come back to the United States is that you're going to defend your title. Do you have people that you want to see next time you come back to the United States?
Yeah, one of my best friends here. I want to check in with him again because I actually sold one of my 170s that I've raced in for a long time. I want to check in with him and see my car again. So yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool to see the car that you had before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be pretty rad, man. I always love seeing the cars that I sold, all my old race cars and stuff too. Did you like see? Most of the time, they're so beat up and clapped out, though, dude. They're just wasted. Well, I'm glad that you were able to come down and hang out. Like, I'm glad that were able to have this special show for you, even though you guys are so busy getting ready to head back to Australia. Do you know if your sister is going to be? What is she doing? A dance recital?
School play.
School play. Do you know if your sister's going to have any of that videotape so you can check it out?
Yeah, my mom probably will take some videos.
Sweet, so you get to check it out.
Yeah.
That's going to be pretty cool. Well, I really appreciate all the stuff that you guys are doing, not just for the. Well, Cody wants to talk to you. Do you want to talk to him?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get him on real quick. In the meantime, when I talk about that, or when I get Cody on, tell me what your favorite place was other than Mid-America to go drive. Like, if it was a desert track, if it was a short course track, and give us a little bit of information about the track.
Probably. This is hard. Probably. Oh.
Laughlin.
Yeah, actually, probably Laughlin because I like that track. I liked the infield this year. It's Tony. I liked that. Yeah.
It was a pretty cool track. Like, I thought that track was pretty rad too. Hey, so another guy that has long hair, Cody Miller's on with us. What's up, Cody? How are you?
What's going on, fellas? I'm sorry about being late.
Dude,
Got
no
caught up
worries.
in the shop.
When you have beautiful hair, you're allowed to be late.
You know,
So,
trying to be an inspiration for the young ones.
Dustin Jones and Dexter here were already battling with their hair. Dexter can actually put it all the way around and bite it if he wanted to.
Yeah, I can.
Oh, I just got a haircut. Mine's not that long.
Oh, you already got one up on him. Hey, I don't know if you were watching the live feed, but he's already threatening to kick your butt, dude.
No, as soon as I clicked on it, it said, Cody Miller, I'm going to kick your ass. So I knew it was serious at that point.
Yeah, dude. He's coming for you, dude. He's gunning for you big time.
Couple years, I'm gonna go into Canada and beat you.
I got plenty of them for you to choose from back here.
Oh,
look at all those, man.
Yeah.
Put this phone a little closer to your mouth real quick. So is that one of your goals as well, is to be able to drive a professional race car, like a professional race team like Cody?
Yeah.
It's pretty. Have you ever seen like the operation that they do or how much work they put into their program?
Yeah, there's a lot of money spent into putting one together.
Well, not just that, but the man hours, right?
Yeah.
Like, you have to really, I mean, look, it's already, what, 10 o'clock there or something? 8 o'clock there?
Yeah, it's 8:30. I'm still working.
See? Do you think you could work that late?
Yeah, I think I'll work till like 12 p.m.
Yeah, just endless energy. What's one of the favorite things that you like about Cody?
I like his hair and I also like his Can-Am.
Yeah.
I like his Can-Am. That's pretty cool.
And what about this though? So one of the things that I like the most about Cody is I like his driving style. He's really aggressive, but he's calculated at the same time. Like you can see that he's thinking behind the steering wheel when he's driving, right?
Yeah.
Like, do you get to like? Can you tell the differences between some of these pro drivers? Like, let's just say you have Hunter and Cody Miller on the starting gate at the same time. Can you tell who's who in the way that they're driving?
That's probably a hard decision to make because they're both very calculated and aggressive. So I don't really know.
Yeah.
You can always just look and see which one's up front.
Yeah.
Is that why you like Cody? Because he tells it how it is?
Yeah.
I do think that's cool that you can understand like how they are smooth and how they're aggressive at the same time, right? Was there a certain part on one of their Can-Ams that you liked the most?
No, not really.
The reason that I asked that question, Cody, is because I always give you and your brother shit, and well, every Can-Am driver for always having black and yellow cars. I think Dexter is going to put in his first Can-Am contract that he gets to have black with green or something on it.
Yeah.
That's something that we don't like either because it's hard to tell the difference on who's who on the track. We used to have bright yellow cars, bright blue cars, all kinds of cool colors, but it's possible for Can-Am to tell that you're black and yellow. So they came up with these rules that had to be black.
That's just the way it goes sometimes. When you get to be a professional racer, sometimes you got to make those sacrifices, right, Dexter?
Yeah.
If you had any suggestion on how Cody could do a better job designing his outfit, what would it be?
Don't make it black and yellow.
What about like, should he put like 5 stars on the top of it or something?
No, he should get a DXR suit and then repaint his car to match the suit.
Oh, okay. Well, perfect. Hey, we got a perfect plan for you, Cody. Like, it's all coming together now.
Yeah.
I can't wait to pull that off.
You're going to probably have to talk to some of the executives at Can-Am and see if you could get it all figured out. But I think you can do it. You're pretty persuasive, man.
Maybe.
Hey, so Cody, when you saw Dexter race out in Texas or Oklahoma or wherever you guys met, what are some of the things that you noticed about his driving style?
Dexter's pretty good. He's very consistent. He's always pushing hard to get up to the front, and seems like no matter where he's at the track, he's always giving it his best, moving forward. So very admirable.
Yeah, so that's what we were talking about, man. You're always moving forward, and like Matt and Dustin were saying, that you're always just really giving it all the pepper as much as it can take, right? And it's cool that you have the support mechanism behind you with your dad and your whole team to be able to fix the car as well, right? Because then you know that it's going to be solid for the next race. And a professional driver is noticing that, so that's pretty cool that he's watching you too.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
So when you see like the guys like the pros like Cody and his brother or Kyle Chaney or Cody Taylor, like those guys, when you see them go up to the starting line, are you like, when I was a little kid, I was always go watch the pros race. Are you doing the same thing with you and your buddies?
Yeah, I know. I like watching the starts because you never know who's going to get out front. And once they get out front, if somebody's behind, I like watching them overtake. But most of Texplex's track is down the back, so I like what you can see, and yeah. Oh,
so you're saying if Cody has the opportunity to pass, make sure it's right in front of you at whatever track they're at.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, don't worry about where you can make the pass, Cody. Just do it in front of Dexter.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, the race here lately, like things right in front of the spectators. We're actually out to practice tomorrow at the last round of the series. So whoever wins, my brother and myself, beat the championship.
Whoa, that's pretty intense. How would it be if your brother was racing and you had to battle against him for the championship in the Outlaw Series?
Well, if my brother was racing against me, I wouldn't be too scared.
Oh, really? You think Cody's the same way?
Maybe he might be a little scared because Hunter is a good driver as well.
I'm not scared of anything. special.
Look at that. And what Hunter's probably standing back there like teasing him or something. That's
No,
going to be pretty cool.
Hunter's already put away the tools for the night. He quit on me early.
That's going to be pretty fun, though. It'd be nice if you could be out there at Oak Hill doing the Outlaw Series too, right? But unfortunately, Dexter has to head home to Australia. So, hey, good luck to you, Cody, and obviously your brother and everybody that's going to the Outlaw Series this weekend. It's going to be awesome to see that whatever you guys post, man, we're going to be congratulating you or your brother. It's going to be badass.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me here. Good, Dexter, and careful travels. Don't catch COVID.
You're not going to do that. You're just going to catch as much air as possible. That's what you're going to do. All right. Hey, thanks, Cody. We really appreciate it.
All right. Thanks for having me, guys. See y'all later.
Later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Man, you have really made a very good impact on all of these drivers and announcers, everybody in the United States, man. That was just 3 people that I know very well, well, except for Matt. But it's cool to see that they respect you so much. That means that the whole paddock probably respects you that much. I mean, like, that is really, really admirable for a 10-year-old, your whole family, to have gotten that much attention in the last 2 years and to be able to have that when you go home. Like, it's got to make your heart feel good.
Yeah, it does.
It's pretty cool. It's just so fun to see that, man. So, well, good on you for doing it. So, is there anything else that you want to say? Like, actually, you know what? We're going to do a rapid fire Q&A, but before we do that, I think maybe we should ask your dad, or you can go grab one of your outfits so that you can show us over here. But do you know all your sponsors? Do you want to thank all your sponsors and whoever else is your family and whoever else it is?
I'd like to thank DXR Race Gear, Extreme Machine Fabrications, Gates G-Force Belts, Fury's Liquid Waste, and all my other supporters out there helping me.
All right, and then give us a little bit of a breakdown on this. So we're going to show the camera this. So this is the back of your driving suit, right?
Yeah.
All custom. It's all SFI, right?
Yeah, SFI rated.
Okay, so it's all fireproof. It's got your name on the back. You can see down at the bottom, it's got
Australian flag.
your home country. And then on the arms, you have
My sponsors, yeah.
And then on the front, give us a little bit, because this is pretty unique. This is a pretty unique outfit that you got here.
Yeah. So I have sponsors here again, and I have my name right here. And yeah, that's basically.
How did you choose all these colors? And is this stuff like if I wanted to make a custom outfit, I could do it the same?
Yeah, you can do it same, or you could do it whatever you like.
I think it's pretty cool, man. This is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And then knowing that it's race legal is pretty important too. And it looks like I saw some other ones. I don't know if you guys can see them, but they're in the back there. Looks like you guys have some other stuff too that you're doing, Dexter. What's that?
We also do helmet bags. So this is a bag where you put your helmet in and it keeps it safe. It's got DXR. I think these are custom.
Yeah, you can customize anything.
Let's put the mic a little closer, Rob. Sorry.
You can customize anything, and then I got my helmet in there.
Hey, let's show everybody that, dude. That thing looks cool. I like it, man. Look at all these stickers on the side of your helmet. So each one of these means that there was a battle that had either been won or just had on the track that Dexter had. Now, you got a bunch of cool stuff here. You got the UTV World Championship, Mint 400, Best in the Desert. Man, you got a bunch of Best in the Desert. California 300 Racer. This is pretty rad, man.
Yeah, it is. Also a nice helmet.
Yeah, it's a really nice helmet. But please don't show me any of your shoes, because I don't want to have to deal with the shoe that you drank out of. The shoe that you drank out of. Pretty cool, man. So we had Miss Pam Hall just said, awesome show. Safe travels back home. Was at the 2019 UTV World Championship. I can't see because it just scrolled up, but you got the best fans everywhere, it looks like. Pretty cool, man. You got a lot of respect from a lot of people here, Dexter.
Mm-hmm.
So this episode is also going to be on like iTunes and stuff, so you can listen to it and hear yourself talk and everything when you get home or even on the airplane.
Yeah.
All right. So did you get all your sponsors taken care of?
Yeah.
Did you thank your mom and dad?
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for bringing me here.
What about brother and sister too?
Thank you, my awesome brother and sister,
Yep.
for being supportive.
And I got one other person that you should probably thank too.
I thank you,
No, Jimmy.
Jimmy. Oh yeah, thank
the
you,
whole
Jimmy.
family.
I said it.
You don't have to thank me, man. I thank you for being on the show.
I thank you for inviting me.
But yeah, so they gave you guys a place to stay, so that's pretty
Yeah.
important, right? To have a roof over your head. So it's cool to see. But again, all of these things that you're being thankful for are the off-road community. These are the things that everybody supports each other with. So thank you to the whole off-road community for helping the Australians come over, support them, support us, grow the series, grow all these things that we are. Yeah, Haley Hine, there you go. Did you do a suit for her too?
Yeah, we did.
I liked her suit, man. That thing was pretty cool. All right, so we're gonna do rapid fire Q&A. There's unfortunately no Vegemite in this Q&A,
Okay.
so we're gonna do it all American. All right, buddy. All right, ready?
Yeah.
You want your dad to answer too?
So
All right. How about you go first and your dad can go second? Tacos or hot dogs?
tacos,
What kind of tacos?
just meat and cheese.
Meat and cheese, like shredded beef or
Yeah.
ground beef? How about you, Dad?
I'm the same.
Just plain Jane?
Yep.
Three-wheeler or quad?
Well,
Three-wheeler.
Yeah, see, your dad's old school. He likes three-wheeler. What about, do you know anything about two-strokes?
yeah, I like
What if I ask two-stroke or four-stroke?
Foster.
What about you? Yeah, so I'm a two-stroke guy, too. You gotta ride one, dude. They're so fun. It's like riding a Banshee. All right. Pizza rolls or jalapeno poppers?
I'm going with nothing now.
What,
Well-
you don't like pizza rolls?
I don't even know what they are. Probably pizza rolled up.
Does Dad know what those are or no?
No.
Yeah, pizza rolls are just like a little tiny nugget that just tastes like pizza.
Yeah, I'll be down.
Okay, I'll put pizza rolls.
Okay, you can dip them in ranch too.
Mhm.
Coffee or iced tea?
Realize. Probably iced tea.
Coffee.
Monster or Red Bull? I know I stumped you earlier.
Monster.
You call it Monster? How about you, Dad?
Yeah, I'm a monster, man.
Instagram or Facebook?
Instagram.
Instagram.
Big Instagram guys. What about do you like TikTok or any of those other ones?
No, I
Yeah.
don't like it.
I'm a big Instagram guy too. Obviously, the people are watching us on Instagram too. Let's see here. Oh, this is a really good one. If you could have one superpower, what would it be? You can have any superpower.
Probably strength.
Really strong? You want to be like the strongest person ever?
Yeah.
I thought you were trying to get lightweight for your racing.
Yeah, I would like to be strong because that would help me be a mechanic. I could, instead of using a drill, I'll just get a wrench.
Oh, but you're saying you're still lightweight, but you're really strong.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought if you were being strong, you got to be like this big old huge guy.
No.
You guys want to be lightweight and strong? All right, superpower, Dad.
Invisible.
Oh, invisible, huh? So you can sneak up on Dexter and scare the crap out of him?
Yeah.
What if your dad was invisible and he's just scaring all you guys?
I would one day get so used to it that if he goes through, I wouldn't even do anything.
Or what if you have you ever seen that trick? If somebody's invisible, you can just put flour all over them and you can see them.
Yeah,
You would do that?
you just do that. Yeah.
What's your most memorable race?
Probably. Oh, that's.
I mean, it could be any race. It could be a desert race. It could have been one of your races before you came to the United States.
Probably. Oh, this is real hard. Probably the UTV World Championship
Which
because I
one?
won it.
In 2019?
No, this recent one because I won it. I remember it
Yeah.
very clearly because I won it and I won the World Championship.
Yeah, now you're a world champion, dude.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. What about you, Dad? What was do you have a memorable race for yourself, or do you want to talk about one with Dexter?
No, probably Dexter's would be the Lucas Oil, Arizona, our very first race on US soil.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was pretty.
Can't remember it.
No, because you crashed.
Uh-oh. That's actually a pretty memorable time, though, right? Because you just show up, and all of a sudden you're there. It's like a completely new world.
Yeah, everything was different. He was 6 years old, used to steering, taking minute
movements on the steering wheel when he jumped in the UTV.
Yeah.
That you had to actually turn. He went straight down the main straight at
Wild Horse Pass.
Wild Horse there, and came into the first corner and went straight through it into a concrete wall.
Oh, dude, did that hurt?
I can't remember it. It probably would have.
Yeah, I can only imagine, dude. But since then, look at that. So you didn't know what you were doing back then, 6 years old, and now you're a UTV world champion
Yeah.
in such a short amount of time. So you got to be proud of yourself for that, dude.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite snack?
My favorite snack? Probably just chips.
Just chip. What are you confusing me? Are French fries or chips?
Chips.
What kind? Are you going barbecue, sour cream and
Barbecue,
onion?
yeah, barbecue.
How about your favorite snack, Dad? You spend a lot of time on the road.
Chicos.
What's that?
It's a Aussie lolly. It's a
Oh, so you're going to be stoked when you get home, or did you bring some over here this time?
every now and then we fly some in actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're that addicted to them? That's cool. All right. Do you like those too or no?
I do like them. It's just
Not as much as barbecue
Yeah.
chips. So if you're going to the gas station, you're getting barbecue chips?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. What about beef jerky, dude? Beef jerky's good too.
Yeah, but yeah.
It's just really expensive these
Yeah,
days.
it is.
All right. What other form of racing would you like to try?
Baja.
Baja would be pretty cool. You know, Baja's coming up this week.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty. You got to go back to Australia, I know. But I'm going to go down to Baja. We're going to have a really good time with the Scanlon Motorsports Group, Polaris Racer Racing Team. We're going to do a live feed. We're going to have a whole bunch of fun. It's going to be cool, man. So I'll give you the link for the YouTube, and you can check out his Instagram page, and you can follow along, okay?
Okay.
All right. What about you, Dad? What other form of racing would you like to? Or how about let's keep going with the Dexter thing. What other form of racing would you like to see Dexter try?
Dakar, I reckon.
Dakar?
Yep.
How would you like to do that? Would you like to do that, Dexter?
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of car would you like to do? Like a big truck, one of the big, massive like monster
Yeah.
truck things, or would you
I would
like
like to do like the big.
Like our man.
Yeah.
Kamaz trucks? I
Yeah.
think they're called.
Yeah, we had a man for Offroad TGM back in Australia.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ken Johnson, what's up, man? Yeah. So those are the ones that compete against the Kamaz trucks, right?
Yep.
Yeah, just different countries or whatever. Dude, those are so cool. Don't they take 3 people to drive those, though?
Mhm.
Could you sit next to 3 people during the whole race?
I would like.
Because you said you don't like listening to people who are talking. Oh, no, you like listening to people. You just don't like talking.
Yeah. So I would have to obviously talk, but I wouldn't like it.
Okay, how about this question? Would you be a good navigator or just a good driver?
Driver.
Oh, always driving.
Yeah.
You know, with those big trucks, you got to be real careful with the throttle.
Yeah.
You'd be good.
Yeah, I would probably.
All right, let's see. Speedboat or dragster? Yes,
Probably dragster.
dragster. Because they have dragsters in dirt now and sand and stuff too, right?
Yeah.
Evolution Power Sports, one of our sponsors, built a bad dragster Can-Am. Dude, it's so fast. So fast. You think you can handle it?
Probably.
All right. We'll see if we can get you a job over there. You have to put in a little bit of work. Maybe you could drive it, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Dad. How about you? Speedboat or dragster?
Yeah, speedboat. We were just at Wild Horse last weekend watching the boat racing.
Those things are so gnarly.
Our good friend who lent us a car, Dexter sold his car 3 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have a ride. Our friend from Oklahoma, Robert Ledbetter, lent us his son's race car so he could finish off the championship this year. And he was over racing his boat, and we went from AZOP. We raced at AZOP on Saturday morning, jumped straight in the car, and straight back to the boat race to watch Rob.
Nice. That's so cool, man. Did you like it?
Yeah.
It's pretty rad to see those things go that fast. And if they get sketchy, woof, it's
Yeah.
wild, right?
We seen one. It was like hopping. It was just about to go.
And he saved it?
Yeah, he saved it.
Thank goodness, because when those things go, it's not pretty.
There was a top fuel one there that did 277 mile an hour over 1,000 feet.
No way.
Yeah, it was nuts.
That doesn't seem even possible.
It's just,
How fast did that look, Dexter? Because that's to me, that's blowing my mind.
It didn't really look that fast when you were watching it, but I know it was fast. It didn't. It just looked like that.
Could you imagine being behind the wheel going, and that's it?
Yeah.
Dude.
I think it would be sort of boring because all you're doing is just.
I don't know. You'd have a lot of adrenaline in like 0.2 seconds or whatever it is.
Yeah.
All right, the last question of the night, man. Chips and guacamole or French fries and chips and ketchup?
Chips and ketchup for me.
Chips and ketchup.
You're not a ketchup guy, though.
I know. I'm not.
Should I just change it to French fries and ranch?
Yeah.
Would you eat French fries and ranch?
Barbecue sauce. French fries and barbecue sauce.
All right, so
Yeah, probably.
just a word to the wise then. If you're going to go down and race in Mexico or in Baja, you're going to have to like chips and guacamole and tacos. Like that's pretty much all you're going to eat the whole time you're down there.
Probably.
So if you're down with that, then you can survive in Baja.
Mm-hmm.
Good to go. All right, man. Well, you did a fantastic job. I appreciate both of you guys making the time, coming all the way out here from Arizona. I know you guys had other stuff to do. It's really important, I think, the things that you guys are doing because you guys are not just doing it for racing and just for yourselves. You guys are having fun doing it. You're doing it as a family. Mm-hmm. You're doing a very good job raising Dexter as a young man. That was cool that it happened, that it did that. It's going off by itself, but that was perfect. But you're doing a fantastic job. So I think it's really cool that you guys are celebrating and doing all of these things. It's very clear that Dexter is going to be a very proficient off-road racer in the future. So I wish you all the best of luck, dude, and congratulations on all your championships and everything that you've done. Thank you very much, Rob.
Thank you.
It was awesome to have you guys here. So safe travels back, dude. You did a great job. Safe travel. Tell your family all safe travels, okay? All right, so we have a sponsor deals page on the Dirt Life Show. It's thedirtlifeshow.com. Up at the top, you can click sponsor deals. You can save money on all of the sponsors that we have on the show. Next week, we aren't going to have a show on Monday because we're going to be down in Baja doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff. So join the SMG live stream. We're going to post some stuff on the Dirt Life Show Instagram channel. You can follow Scanlon Motorsports Group as well. Thank you to everybody at IMG Motorsports for letting us all hang out here. It was really cool that we got to be able to do this tonight. Thank you to everybody that watched the show or is listening to it in the future. We really appreciate all you guys. Please always slide into our direct messages. Let us know what you guys want to see on the show, what we could do better, any of that stuff to make this show more feasible for you guys. And, just keep letting us know. Share the show. Thank you to all of our audience and sponsors, everybody. We really appreciate you guys living your dirt life with us. We'll see you next time. Good night.
Thanks for listening to the Dirt Life Show. See you next week.